Hi there, food friends. It's Kevin.
Sure is. Hey, Kevin. I'm Ralph behind the camera.
And welcome to Cavalcade of Food.
Why, thank you.
And we are making soup today.
All right. What kind?
Check it out. Cauliflower.
Cauliflower soup.
Yes.
All right. I'm listening. I'm curious.
We loves us some cauliflower.
Yeah, we do love our vegetables.
And this is a really kind of a simple soup. And, cauliflower has sort of a very delicate kind of a flavor to it.
Which means you can sort of flavor it and season it your own way?
You can, but that also means that you don't want to kind of overpower it.
If you like the cauliflower flavor, you want to make sure you don't over-season it.
Now, I'm taking this head of cauliflower and I'm just halving it. And what I'm going to do is we're going to do cauliflower two ways to prepare for our soup, Ralph.
Okay.
We're going to roast cauliflower and we're going to boil some cauliflower. So let me get the part we're roasting first. See this stem on the inside?
Looks like a big brain.
Yeah. I'm going to just...
separate from the stem?
I'm going to take the kind of the cauliflower.
It does look like white broccoli.
Mm-hmm.
But so...
I'm going to just put that aside.
We should let people know how, at least for me, this is a first. It's so easy. Once you take that stem apart, all the little florets, is that what they call them?
Mm-hmm.
They kind of separate pretty easily.
It does. And so, what do you do with cauliflower? Some people serve it, they boil it, and it's, can be not super interesting. And so some people instead, they put cheese sauce over it or whatever.
Right.
To kind of give it a little bit more flavor. Roasting cauliflower is a great way to make it, even if you're not doing soup, but just serving it as the vegetable for your dinner.
Yeah,
go ahead and roast it because it really brings out the flavor. In addition to roasting the cauliflower, we are going to roast some onions also just with it. See what I'm doing here? I'm just kind of rough chopping the onion up. This is a sweet little Vidalia onion.
So you're going to put all this that's in this bowl into the oven?
Yes, I got a pan here lined with parchment paper. We're going to take a little bit of olive oil.
Maybe a couple of tablespoons.
Yeah. Then let's take some
S&P.
Yeah, some salt. And let's take some pepper. And
a salt with a deadly pepper.
And I've got the oven at 400 degrees. I'll take that. And I'm just tossing here, okay? Just want everything coated with the salt and the olive oil. Let's just put it out on our tray. Okay?
Just get it all out there out in the open.
Get it all out in the open. We're going to spread this out.
So that it cooks evenly. You're at 450, you said?
No, just 400.
I'm sorry, 400 in your retro appliance oven there.
Yeah, in the Frigidaire.
And how long are these pieces going to cook?
It should probably roast a good 35, 40, 45 minutes. We'll keep an eye on it.
It's funny, I was going to guess that.
In you go. We want it nice and golden brown.
So half of it you're baking, and the other half we're going to
boil.
So you're going to roast half and boil half.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to kind of do the same thing here. We take our sort of this green part off. It almost has a cabbagey smell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like cauliflower. I like the flavor. It is kind of like a broccoli, cabbagey kind of thing.
I am going to use part of this stem because this stem actually has a pretty intense cauliflower flavor. You don't need to chop it up too much. We're going to take all this over to, I got a pot of water over here. Okay? And we'll have it come up to a boil. And then we're going to kind of cook the cauliflower in the boiling water for maybe about 25 or 30 minutes. So let me just get all that in there. And what are we going to do? We're going to put a little salt in here. Okay.
This is step one of cauliflower soup.
Yep. So what we'll do is we'll come on back when the boiled cauliflower is ready. Like I said, about 30 minutes. Our beautiful roasted cauliflower is ready in about 35 minutes, 40 minutes. And then we'll actually put the soup together, which we're going to be using our friend the blender to actually make the soup. And we'll add a couple other little seasonings. I've got some vegetable stock that I'm going to add into the soup as well. And we're going to have wonderful homemade cauliflower soup.
Cauliflower power.
Yeah. So guess what, Ralph?
What?
We have got our cauliflower cooked.
All right.
So
that's been boiled for about 40
hour.
30, 40 minutes. Okay.
30. And what I'm going to do is we're just going to take it out like so.
So it's softened up nicely.
Yes, it's very soft. So just get it out with a strainer. Can you smell the cauliflower?
Yeah. It's steamy and it's steaming up the camera. I better move back.
Okay. But what we're going to do too is we're going to I'm not going to get rid of this liquid that it cooked in just yet, because it's chock full of cauliflower goodness. Okay?
Cauliflower flavor.
Exactly. So, you know what? I'm just going to move that over here. Put that there. Then, we've got our roasted cauliflower, remember?
Yep.
So, look at this. And onions. Isn't that beautiful?
I could eat that just like that.
And that, you know what, you could, and actually that would be a very delicious way to serve this. Just like that.
Oh, and you're putting it right directly in with the boiled.
Because it's kind of all going to go together as we mix our soup together.
Don't worry if one gets stuck on the paper, I'll eat it.
Oh, okay. Good. Well, that'll be yours. We also want those roasted onions.
Yeah, look at those.
Yeah. Okay. So, you see it's nice and brown.
So this was also about 30, 40 minutes?
This was a few minutes more. This was maybe closer to 35 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm going to do is just, again, this is why I love parchment paper. So we can just go like this here.
Shake it on down.
Look at that. Isn't that great?
Shake it on down to Cauliflowerville. So is this been turned, or is this all toasted on just, is that how the oven toasted it?
Yeah, that's just how it was. I didn't do anything to it, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of
mix it up a bit.
Mm-hmm. So we got our boiled, we got our roasted, and now we're going to go into our blender.
Even as hot as it is?
Yes. We've got two liquids here. We've got the cauliflower liquid.
Okay.
That was just salted water that the cauliflower boiled in. Then I got a little vegetable stock as well. So we're going to do this in small batches. So, because remember, when you're always putting something hot into a blender, you kind of have to be cognizant of that. So you don't want to fill it up too much.
Because then what, you'll have an explosion?
You can. Well, the top can pop off.
Is your
I'm going to put a little vegetable stock
Is your
in
vegetable stock hot?
No, it's lukewarm. Okay? So, we're going to start. And that actually looks like beautiful pureed cauliflower. I'm going to add a little bit more, another ladle of stock. This is something that you just need to do by the eye. And you know what? You can make your soup as thick or as thin as you like.
We are keeping this one dairy-free. We're keeping this one dairy-free, but this is where you would probably add the cream or the milk or cheese or whatever if you were making it more of a cheese cauliflower soup.
Look at that. Now see, that's on the thick side.
Is that how you want it, or do you want to add?
I might make it a little bit more thin on the next round.
Okay.
So I'm looking for, I certainly don't want it soupy, in a way that it's really loose, because cauliflower is kind of a
liquidy.
Yeah.
To begin with.
And so I'm going to put a little bit more stock in here, and I'm going to take some of this delicious, like super cauliflower flavored water.
Cauliflower
put
power.
that in there. So we're just going to go back and forth, working in small batches until all of our cauliflower
is basically pureed.
Yep, and don't forget there's a little onion in here too.
And seasonings.
And we get it to the consistency that we want, and then we'll check for seasoning, okay? So we're making our cauliflower soup right here. Vegetarian, by the way.
Oh, that looks soupy.
Yeah. There's our... Coats the spoon, but still falls off nicely. So we used all of the vegetable broth, which was about 2.5 cups, and we probably used another 1.5 cups of the cauliflower water that it boiled in to get it to this consistency. Again, that's our preference. You may like a thinner soup or a thicker soup, but this is how we like it. Then after it's all pureed and blended in the blender in the bowl, then we checked for seasonings, and we did have to add a little bit more salt just for our own preference. But now, Ralph, I think it's right. It has such a creamy texture. It's right where it should be salt-wise, even though there's no cream in this soup. And we have a friend who's coming over who's, I don't know if she's vegan or vegetarian or what, but there's no meat in this thing.
No animal products.
None.
No cream, no cheese. So
Give
let me
this
try
a little try there. What do you think there? But
Yeah.
it has a...
I'm getting the cauliflower flavor, which is delish, and I'm getting the creamy texture. So yeah, this is a winner.
Yeah. So, you could even serve this cold if you wanted to.
Really?
Yeah. And we're going to reheat it. So what I'm going to do is I'll put it in the fridge, and then when dinner time comes around, I'll reheat it. It'll reheat nicely.
With little sprigs of what?
Maybe some chives something from the garden, from our herb garden, which is growing like gangbusters.
Maybe a little parsley or... Yep, there it is.
There you go. A pretty flower that's a cauliflower.
Cauliflower power.
So, anyways, cauliflower soup. At least it's growing like crazy here in Michigan. I'm sure you can get a beautiful big head of cauliflower wherever you are. Take advantage of the season.
And this is just one of the many things you can do with a fun cauliflower head. So we'll be doing more recipes with cauliflower before the end of the year.
That's right. So listen, thanks for being a part of this one. We had a good time making our soup. Hope you had a good time being with us.
I had fun.
Okay. See you next time.
Next time on Cauliflower of Food.
Bye.
Cavalcade of Food. Cavalcade of Cauliflower of Food.